So failure unlikely. And a Jaja him a guide me. Say me a sing that one ya for me people down in Africa.
You're listening to Karamanti.
True, but the black nation they are. Our we are soar like eagle. Make them know we are conqueror. So me a sing that one ya for me people down in Ghana.
Yeah, I can't want you say Keron Williams, big up yourself.
That one ya for the kids, them we scared and abandoned. Lost and alone with no one for depend on. That one ya for all garrison grandmother. We raise up the youths for mackerel and banana. Yeah.
For all our listeners who don't know of Karamanti, just give them a little detail about yourself.
Dancehall artist, residing in Jamaica. Basically, I think the thing that sets me apart, I guess, from other dancehall artists is to try to keep the thing clean, you know. Unfortunately, dancehall have a kind of negative stigma to it right now, so we just try to keep it clean and, you know, have a standard, you know. We still keep it thing hard, we still connect with the streets, but we just try to keep it clean, you know. So that's how Karamanti, just an artist that do the thing, you know.
I know that you used to reside in Canada and now you're living in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
What?
Yes, lived in...
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you what made you make that move, you know, make that big step to go to Jamaica.
Okay. I actually did it twice, you know. The first time it never worked, I did that for a while and come again. So what happened was in 2007, more relocate to Jamaica, but because I've been away from the island for so long, it was difficult to get adjusted to life in Jamaica in terms of, you know, how to make a living and survive and that kind of thing. So you find that after spending approximately 1 year in Jamaica from 2007 to 2008, I had to go back to Canada, and then I spent 2 years in Canada, and I returned back to Jamaica in 2010, and I've been here in Jamaica ever since, you know. So that's really it.
I notice you're doing a lot of great things, you know what I mean? I mean, you do PR work. You have your hands in a lot of things. How do you function, like, you know, how do you know, what motivates you to remain focused, you know?
Okay, truth be told, what motivates me is just I study the human mind a lot, like the human mind, you know, only because, you know, most of our lives we're told that we're only functioning on 10% of our mind, you know, and I'm the type of person I've always kind of said to myself, you know, what happened if we're able to accomplish so much on 10%, you know, what could we do if we kind of push that up to, let's say, 20%, you know, and in studying the human mind, what you learn is you get an understanding really of just the plain fact that you can achieve absolutely anything you desire if you are disciplined, if you are organized, you know, these little things. You know, because you know how we were brought up, you know, a lot of us, I know I wasn't like that, you know, it's like it was difficult at first to kind of say, okay, you know what, I'm never do a zillion things or whatever. It was really difficult. It almost seemed impossible. But the more you start really understanding how the human mind works and understanding that if you train it, it's like any powerful machine. If you kind of dictate and kind of tell it, okay, where to go, what to do, that kind of thing, and that is how my approach. It sounds kind of weird, I don't know if I might sound off to the listeners, but real talk, this is how I live my life, and I really kind of pay attention to my thoughts. You see what I say? Because all we are, whatever we've achieved to this point, we've achieved it as a result of our thoughts. So if we pay attention to the things that we're thinking, you'd be amazed at where you'll be, you know, a few years down the road or whatever. Just pay attention to what you're thinking about. Just control your thoughts, you know. So that's how I do it, and that's how I stay motivated, because it's something inside of you that tell you that, okay, boom, you accomplished this day, you can do this now. You know, it's just a matter of same routine. You just have to train the mind to deal with this now, that kind of thing, you know. So that's how I do it.
Well, over these years, you've developed a lot of clientele and a lot of followers, you know, and, you know what I mean, few of these followers would like for me to ask you about this tour that you have coming up.
The tour, okay, yeah, man. All right. So basically, what happened is, I have an amazing agent in West Africa by the name of Strike D. Amazing to the like he does work that he doesn't have to do. Like he's that type of person. You know, if he loves your music, he does things that just really not you don't think an agent would do. So anyways, I'm saying all of that to yeah, man, I'm saying all of that to say this. What happened was one day he just emailed me and he goes, "Sister, listen, I connected you with this promoter from Europe that really loves your music, but I'm not in a position to deal with him now, so you deal with him." So I contacted the promoter and told him, you know, Shiny told me to get in touch with you, and the guy just basically said, "I love your music, you know, a female keeping it positive and the things sound good." So I said, "All right, you know, we want to do a thing over there in Europe where we want to bring up a female package." Right? So initially it was supposed to be me, Gaza Slim, and a next female. So it was supposed to be an all-female dancehall tour. Now, what happened was this year in January when I had a meeting with the promoter now on Skype, he told me that because of the paper requirements and whatever, that they have changed things around and they have decided to only go with Karamanti. See, so just me as opposed to Gaza Slim and the next sister that was supposed to be there. So that is really how it happened. You know, and I'm grateful because I mean I could have made the call in January and heard that the entire tour get cancelled, but they said no, they said they still want Karamanti to come on and do the thing, because what the promoter is explaining to me is that ultimately his plan is to find some artists that he could take to Gambia, which is where he's from, and he's kind of just seeing how they kind of fit and work in Europe, and then based on the reception in Europe, he decides who he's taking to Gambia. So I think for this run, I think he's got me, Cargo, and a next established artist that he's bringing up at different periods for the Europe tour, and then later on to Gambia, providing all goes well in Europe. So that's how that happened.
So how do you feel right now in terms of how your career is progressing?
I feel good. I feel good not so much because of what's happening on the outside. When I say on the outside, like things that people are seeing, you know, people like right down here in Jamaica, my videos are getting played. People see me on the road and really, you know, big up on the most respect and thing. So you see, for those kind of things, trust me, you know, I don't feel no way. Those things don't move me. What I'm excited about is this new way, this new approach that I've decided to take to my career, and it's something that the masses are not see right now, but they will see eventually. They will see within the span of like a few months. And this new approach I want to take to the thing is just excellence. That's the only word I can put to it. Excellence. Right now I am being coached by one of Jamaica's top vocal trainers, Miss Pat Gooden. You know, I'm working on an album, and I have some really solid producers invested in the album, and it's excellent to take to the thing. You know, the album will be called Dancehall Retaliate, and it's basically we're fireback, you know, because dancehall have taken a lot of shots over the last few years. It's the worst thing, and it's negative, and it's this and it's that, and corporate Jamaica now have nothing to do with it. So this album, Dancehall Retaliate, is really me as a dancehall artist, where me keep the thing above board, you know what I mean? It's basically we have said, oh, yo, we're there, we're doing the thing properly, dancehall, no Ghana, with dancehall is not a negative genre of music or whatever, you know? So it's like my way of firing back, and ask all of the producers involved to say, yo, we want the wickedest, the maddest, the sickest dancehall rhythm them, you know, and everybody like, yo, we're there on board, let's do it. So this is what I'm excited about, you know, like the putting in the work for this project, like just my writing, people tell me all the time, and I also know that I have the ability to write songs very well. You know, like I can tell a story with a song very well. I may tell you some turn up the writing on the album, turn it up to like a whole next degree, you know. So I'm really looking forward to releasing this album, which we're hoping to get out in time for the Europe tour in April. And just kind of see the feedback we'll ever get from the masses for this, you know, because it's a next level. Me I try to take my thing, and that is what I'm excited about. I'm not over the moon about you know, my upcoming tour. I appreciate it. I'm not over the moon about the reception I'm getting here in Jamaica, even though I appreciate it. I am more over the moon about the work that I'm putting in and the results that will come as, from the work that I'm doing right now. So that's how I feel about that.